Good afternoon, everybody. Your governor here again at it. Today I want to discuss a couple of things. I haven't uploaded any videos lately. I have been very busy, and today we are broadcasting from Super Blue. This is a car that I am restoring, and I have another YouTube channel that you can visit and you can check it out, in which I post the advances and the things that I do to other cars and this and that. I will post the link in the description. But this is the governor's channel. So today I want to discuss with you a couple of things that I have been seeing lately. Let's say trends regarding apps for what I would guess people that obviously don't have enough money, that have to be in the hamster wheel. One of these apps is I'm not gonna say name just in case, but there is an app that you can catch, like, I don't know, $100 or something like that before even you make the money, or before even you get paid. And they advance you the money, and you can tip whatever you want. They don't charge you nothing. And I mean, there is another one that you can work from home and make some extra income after you work already the regular work hours. And there is then the Uber thing, and there is a Lyft, and there is all kinds of small things that you can do to earn extra money. And I wonder why there is such a market. Why would anyone would be interested in earning that extra money when you have a full-time job? Who is there trying to keep you in the hamster wheel that honestly does not benefit you? Why do you need that? I mean, the obvious answer is that you're not making enough money. Because you would be making enough money, there wouldn't be a reason why you don't have the money in the first place. Simple as that. After your 8 hours of work, why do you have to do Uber? Why would you be interested in doing Uber or Lyft or I don't know, a call center, answering calls like for pennies on the dollar, or driving people around, I don't know, in some kind of little gig? Or why would you need an extra $100 before you even get paid? Why you're not making enough money that you don't need any of those things? And I got the answer. I want to share it with you. But I want you to ask yourself that question. Why I need any of these services? Why is not enough with 8 hours of work? Maybe 10. If I wanted to. One work, not 50 of them. You should be thriving to work the least possible and having the highest quality of life. This is how it works. Let me explain you how it works. Working more to make less. That is stupid. But you know that already. Working more to make more is half stupid. Working less to make more and having a better life is the way to go. If you are not trying to do this, working less to make more, then you're not doing it right. Now, the reason, obviously, you don't have enough money. One of the reasons. There are many of them. But what I think is the main one is immigration. There is too many people and not as many openings. Or maybe there are enough openings, but there is way more people. And that gives all of the leverage to the employer. As an employee, you don't want that. That's bad. You see? What you want is that you have some leverage over the employer. The second that guy knows that he can kick you out and get another guy in a heartbeat, you got no leverage. And they can do with you anything they want. That's inconvenient. Too many people, not that many new products and services, not that many companies being created for several reasons. Taxation is one of them, which is my next thing that I want to discuss with you guys. So, part of why we don't have enough products and services and new companies and all of the things is because, well, we're taxing. Whatever you tax, you get less, and whatever you subsidize, you get more. Right now, we're taxing seriously hard. We're punishing, that's a word. We're seriously punishing people that are productive, that could have the possibility of opening businesses and doing great things for the country and employ people and bring more people into the economy in a productive way, not in a welfare way. We're taxing those people to death so we can use the money on things that are, let's be euphemistic, are not as productive. Like welfare, food stamps, subsidizing housing, and all of those beautiful programs that seems like nobody can take away anymore. But unfortunately, I got bad news. They are unsustainable. And they have to go. Part of that because mismanagement of the funds that were initially said to be untouchable for your Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare and all those things. So before you're gonna sign up for any of these services that some people are promoting so much, ask yourself the real question: why I don't have enough money to begin with, and try to fix that problem. But try to fix it the right way. And the right way is not working more to get less. That is not the right way. A mediocre way would be working more to have more, because you can only do so much. That is not the way either. The real way is working less to make more. You don't need a college degree, by the way, to make this formula work. There are plenty of works out there that pay very well, does not require They don't require a college degree, but you have to go. You have to take the courses and capacitations and get certifications, and you can make very, very, very good money without going hugely in debt. That's bad too. You don't want that. That is bad. Most debts are bad. At least you're buying something that is gonna make money. In this environment that we are right now, in which you are being hugely punished for being productive, is a gamble opening a business, because taxation is just too high and regulations are extremely high too. So the entry level price is very high, and unfortunately the numbers are against you. Most of the businesses that are being open, since regulation is so high and the prices and insurances and this and that and blah 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 and workers' compensation and Bernie Sanders with the idea of paying $15 and all those stupid things, that is a signature for failure, unfortunately. So you have to be very careful with that. You need to have enough money. You need to know the market you're going in. You need to have a lot of things, and then still there is no guarantee that you're gonna make it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't open a business. I encourage you, but just be aware of how the market works and the state that the market is at that point, and certain things that you need. Don't go blindly there, because the consequences are serious. You don't want that. And if you ask yourself once again why I don't make enough money, once again, the employers have too much leverage. They can replace you very easily. Too many people. That's not good for the employee. Especially if you are a low-skilled employee. If anyone can do your job, you are easily replaceable, and you get to make nothing. You have two ways to fix that. Number one, you can be specialized in something that not everybody can do, which is gonna cost you money, because education is not for free, and that is a good idea. But you have to just try not to pay too much money for it. Be intelligent and go about it intelligently, not just blindly. I'm gonna spend $100,000 to get this certification, and then you're holding the back for $100,000, and you cannot get the job because too many people have the certification too. So make sure if you're gonna go down the path, pick something that is valuable, number one, and not everybody has it. It's kind of hard to make sure you're hard to replace. The harder you are to replace, it could be because of your knowledge or I don't know, position that you're in, and the way you do things, and the ability that you have to do certain things. The harder you are to replace, the more money you're gonna make. Very simple. The easier you are to replace, the less money you're gonna make, because you are easily replaceable. This doesn't have nothing to do with your value as a person. Every person, every human being has a value in the market, and that value is dictated for the amount of value that you can provide. If you can provide a lot of value, you're gonna make a lot of money. If you can provide little value, and anybody can provide the value that you provide, then you're gonna make little money. Once again, you have two ways to fix this. Fix number one, get qualified, provide a lot of value, and you're gonna make a lot of money. Fix number two, you need to control the amount of low skill population that you have. So even though you might be low skill, since there is not a lot of low skill going around, you still can make a great money. A decent living, at least. You're not gonna be rich, but you're gonna have your wife, you're gonna have your car, you're gonna have your house, and you know, vacations once a year. Normal life. Without having a ton of that. Without going into credit cards and personal loans and student loans, and everything is a loan now. Stay away from that. At least you're gonna buy something that is gonna make money, but ideally not something that is going to make money, something that is making money already, and that you know that you can manage it. But those businesses are usually since they are set up already and they are working and up and running, they cost money. Most people don't have that kind of money. Fix number one, once again, go up in your skill level and make sure whatever field you're gonna pick, there are not a lot of people there with that same level of skills. Because then supply and demand. Then you are another one. I'm on 50 million. You're not gonna make money once again. Make sure you provide a lot of value for whoever you work for. That is gonna make you special too, and that is gonna allow you to make a lot of money. And number two, being a low skill person, if you want to stay there for some reason, which is not bad. I mean, there is nothing wrong with being a low skill person. Low skill doesn't mean that you don't know how to do anything. It's just that you're not atomic engineer, or some kind of mad scientist with crazy things. You choose a normal person. A normal person have to have a place in this country. I have a radical idea that I want to discuss with you. Part of which have to do with this not making enough money kind of thing. I was having a conversation the other day. Oh, actually, yesterday. Someone called me in the phone. Obviously, I don't know. I guess some kind of survey from my county. I'm guessing the school district or something like that. Asking me if I think that companies should pay their fair share in taxes. To which my answer was, because I know what they were trying to do already. I say, well, as far as I know, they're paying their fair share already. Now, if you want more money from them, then you're being immoral. Because it's immoral to take property, which money is property, from people by force. That's bad. So no, I think they're paying their fair share already. And I don't think you have any rights to take by force anyone's money. That's their money. They earn it. By the way, so far, there are no aliens like from another planet that I know of. Haven't met no one so far. So that means that if some company out there have any money, is because people from here are buying from them. There are other factors too. They have access to capital, and they can go into debt, and they can do things that you as a normal person cannot do, and that might help them with the cash flow, not the cash flow, with their the amount of money that they can borrow and all that. And I don't know, that might manipulate the market up to a certain degree, which I think is bad. It's not capitalism, but it's the way things are right now. But as far as I'm concerned, if there is any company out there that is being successful, 90% of that success is coming from people buying from them. They are not the Federal Reserve. They cannot print money. They have friends there. They can ask for money. They can borrow money from them at zero interest, which is bad. It's not capitalism. But honestly, they can borrow that money based on the amount of people that are buying from them, based on the trust that that lender have on that company, that they're gonna pay back the money based on the numbers that that company has. People are buying from us. That's how they get the money. And based on that money that they're earning, they can borrow more money for different reasons. So that was my answer regarding that matter. And I want to discuss this with you now. I have a radical idea. I see that there is a lot of double standards going around for some reason that I don't understand and don't like. In every field. It could be in justice, it could be in the lending market, in the bank market, it could be in the housing market. There is too much double standards. What if we do something, let's say, radical? What if we go back to capitalism? Because what we have is not capitalism anymore. We're living in the resemblance and the reminiscence of capitalism. And that is no good. I am proposing this idea. And I want to know your opinion. If everybody's going to have to pay taxes, then everybody have to pay taxes. If no one is going to have to pay taxes, then no one is going to pay taxes. How radical is that? If you want to grow your company, you grow it with your money, not with the tax money. You see? You pay your taxes, as I do, and right after you pay your taxes, with whatever money you got left, you grow your company. And then I will do the same. I will pay my taxes, and whatever money I have left, then I can do whatever I want with it. Opening a business or this and that. Now, if no one have to pay taxes, then that's beautiful. I'm up for that too. You keep your money. I don't care. Amazon, beautiful. Keep it. Google, bring it on. I don't know. Twitter or Instagram or I don't know, whoever company. Keep your money, man. I don't care. I want to keep mine too. I want to keep mine too. This double standard that, oh, I'm gonna grow my company, but I'm gonna grow it with tax money because I'm going to create employment and I'm going to create growth and I'm going to create. That is no good. I cannot say that. I cannot say, you know what? I'm not gonna pay taxes because I got a dream. I'm going to open a restaurant and I'm going to have employees and I'm going to create growth, and you don't get confused. You cannot do that. You go in jail if you do that. So the fact that you have a dream doesn't exempt you from taxes. The fact that you want to grow your company should not exempt you from paying taxes. At least, once again, we're going to apply one standard. Only one. Not two, not three, not four, not five. One. Nobody's going to pay taxes. Nobody's going to pay taxes. Only the rich is not going to pay taxes. That is no good. That is no good. Only the poor is not going to pay taxes. Sadly enough, it is not as bad. You're not losing it. Almost nothing. So we have to have one standard. Now, what is the danger about this? If we don't get our things together, the country is gonna end up being a socialist hellhole. And we are halfway there already. We are almost there. Because between Democrats chopping the tree in one side with regulations and laws and this and that and making it harder for people to get in the market and, you know, raising the price of, you know, the entry level price and all that. That is one side of the tree being chopped by the Democrats. And then we have the Republicans in the other side doing everything they have in their power so they can, this sounds sad, but it's the truth, socialize the losses and capitalize the gains. Which is all this nonsense mumbo jumbo, never free market of you're gonna pay taxes and you're not gonna pay taxes. You got a dream. You keep your money and you build your dream. But you have to pay taxes. That doesn't work. That is not good. Of course, it's made by people that got the money, that got into politics and passed the laws. It seems in paper, maybe you with some abstraction, it might seem reasonable because, well, the business is up and running already, and you're generating revenue, and your business is, you know, set up and running, and you're making the money, and it makes sense to, well, since you earn it already, I'm not gonna collect from you, so you can keep growing. But then you're leaving a lot of people that wants to do the same, but they just can't. Maybe they are not making enough. Maybe they have skill, but they just don't have the money. And nowadays, banks are not in the business of lending. No, because they just buy securities and they just buy, you know, certain things that, I don't know. They pay percentages and they make the money like that. Why take the risk with you when they can make money for sure doing some non-free market mumbo jumbo, I don't know, Wall Street thing? Why risky with you? Makes no sense. So that is my radical idea right there. Or either everybody pays taxes regardless of the money that you make. It doesn't matter. And if you wanna grow your business, man, bring it on, bro. But I mean, we love you. But you just pay the taxes first and grow it with your money, not with the tax money. That's bad. With yours. Or nobody pays taxes. Now let me tell you, some of you are thinking, well, what happens if we don't pay taxes? Oh, let me tell you something. Taxes are kind of like a new thing here. I mean, in the history for the majority of the history of the United States, no citizen ever had to pay taxes. We have been paying taxes for, I don't know, Less than 100 years? Maybe 100 years? I can't remember. It was a first World War thing to help the war effort. And it was introduced like 2% or 1%, something minimal. As everything with government, once they put something in place, it's extremely hard to take it off. And it only have been going up from there. And it will keep going on up from there. At least we go back to reality. Either nobody pays taxes or everybody pays taxes. Simple as that. No government, so yeah, taxes are a relatively new thing. I don't want to go off topic. And before we were paying taxes, we already had the biggest army, and we already have the biggest navy, and we already have this and that, and we had roads, and we have all kinds of things. Now you would say, from where the money was coming from then? Well, it's pretty simple. The country is a business. If any company, imagine any company, and they are capable of generating revenue, a successful company at least. Imagine a country. Country is a business. You have ports, you have this, you have that. Yes, some of those things are private, but some of those things are state-owned or a mixture. And they generate revenue. Of course, there is a problem here. They don't generate enough revenue to support all the parasites that we have right now. They don't generate enough revenue to support open borders and free health care for every immigrant, illegal immigrant. They don't generate enough revenue to get involved in every possible war that breaks out in the world. They don't generate revenue, for so many things. They just don't. So that's why governments don't like, they like to print money. They don't like the gold standard, because back in the days you got the gold standard. You could print only so much money. And that was, the money that you could print was related to the amount of gold that you have in reserve. If you didn't have enough gold in reserve, or new gold in reserve, you couldn't print more money. And that was a problem for governments, because governments, like any government is your enemy. If you have someone in government that agrees with your agenda and you give power to that person is a temporary employee. As soon as that person gets out and someone gets in that does not agree with your agenda, you already give the power to that other person. But the new one is gonna keep it and is gonna use it against you. So keep the power for yourself. Stop giving power to governments, because eventually someone is gonna get there that is not gonna agree with you, and the power is gonna be on their hands already. This is basic. Keep the power for yourself. Use it. Don't be lazy. Get involved. Now, governments know that you are lazy and you don't want to get involved, and the only thing that you have in your head is working 10 hours in a paper-pushing bullshit job, and then getting out of there and doing Uber and Lyft because you cannot survive in the first one, and borrowing money and credit cards and this and that, and they got you busy in all of those nonsensical things, and you're not engaging in the most important thing, in the political process, which, by the way, is why, because if you don't get involved, they're passing laws that are hampering your pocket, the money that you're making, and the quality of your life, and the pricing of your housing, and the pricing of your schooling, and the taxes that you're paying, the amount of taxes that you're paying, and how that money is being used. You're not participating in any of that. You're only the hamster in the wheel, trying to make more, and they take more, even more from you. Well, maybe it's time to stop that thing. Kind of think. Turn on the brain. And turn zero. The feelings. So enough of feelings already. Brain. Up 100%. Feelings 3%. Leave something there, just in case. Don't be inhumane. You see? Wake up. Time to wake up. You are not the tax car. You are not. They are using you like that. But you are way more than that. Way more than that. I mean, too bad you didn't realize it so far. I have friends that, unfortunately, they got so caught up in this craziness, in this madness, that their life has passed by. They are all already, they have no kids, they have no chance of anything, they have no shot at anything. The only thing that they have is 401k, which is a promise of money that you have no idea if it's gonna be there by the time that you retire. While the people managing it, while the people that you're sending the money every month, they get away with the cash, man. And you get away with a promise. You might never get it. You see? No good. No good. No good for you. I mean, it's very good for them, for sure. So wake up. You don't want to end up alone and poor with no experiences. Maybe if you end up poor but with a lot of experiences, maybe that is not such a bad thing. You went places, you did things, and you know people, and you enjoyed your life. Maybe you didn't have a Ferrari. It's fine. Maybe you never buy a brand new car. It's fine too. You know? But you had the experiences. You went places, and you knew places, and you knew people, and you enjoyed different things, and that is good. That's a decent life. So don't be the tax call. Don't be the tax call. Stop being the tax call. Just wake up, bro. Or sister, in the event that you're looking this channel, you're watching this channel, wake up. Wake up and start defending what is yours. Look, this is how these people work. Back in the days, let's say, back in the 50s, regular guy with a regular job could easily, no problems, maintain his wife, 5 kids, the house, and 2 cars. The money was valuable. We were in the gold standard. You could buy a gallon of gas for cents. You could buy food for nothing. A house was like $12,000, and that was a big house. But the money was valuable. And then people were leaving college and people were leaving high school to go and get high-paying jobs because there was a demand for workforce. It didn't have to be a skilled workforce. They just needed workforce. And there was no immigration. There was not enough people. Or maybe it was the demand and the supply was more or less balanced. That employee have some leverage over the employer. That you couldn't get employees high enough, fast enough. So you had to take care of the employees that you had. And that had an impact on the quality of life of the employees and the time that they stayed with that company. Back in the days, you got a job and you die on that job. Because you were taken care of, man. You get good money, you get good benefits, you could make a living. You could have a normal, decent life. today, if you, when I first came to this country, most definitely you guessed it already. I was not born here. When I first came to this country, I made $8.50, I think, my first job. Then I make $9.50. Then I jumped to 13 something. Then I did 17 something. Then I did 20. And finally 25. Guess what? I couldn't make a living in the place that I was living, which was at the time California. I couldn't make a normal, not nothing crazy, just normal living. I couldn't make it in California. What is normal for me? I couldn't. And then I say, fuck this shit, dude. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna go into business. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I went there and I did my thing, and things are different right now. Let's say that. But I see. I mean, I don't see a way for a regular employee. At least you are a high skill, very valuable, hard to replace employee. I don't see you making any decent money in a highly densely populated place that you can afford a decent living, that you don't have to live with 10 people in a home. That you can get married. That when your wife gets pregnant, she doesn't have to work. And you can support the house normally. And she can take care of the baby. Or babies, ideally. I don't see that happening for you as an employee. At least you are a very valuable, highly high skill, hard to replace employee. Back in the days, man, people were leaving high school. I'm going to work. And they could get married, and they could have families, and they could buy houses, and they could do things that you cannot even dream in doing today. At least you're rich. And that ties to other areas like women and the quality of women going down, and the lack of need for, I mean, there are a very highly concentrated group of winner, small group of winner, and they have a lot of leverage because, you know, women get pregnant and they need someone successful that can support them because they are disabled for 9 months out of the year having that baby. And then they have a connection with that baby, and then they don't want to go back to work, and then the normal things. You're not gonna be able to afford that. Not in a regular job, or in a stupid salary, or a minimum wage, or $15 an hour, not even $25 an hour. You cannot support your wife and your kids and a house and 2 cars with $25 an hour. You cannot. I'm sorry to break this for you. Bad news. Part of that is because you're lazy and you are not participating in the political process. You're not informing yourself. You're not watching this video all the way to the end. You're not learning these things. You're not following me. You're not clicking the bell so you get notifications every time I upload a video. You're not, commenting. You're not doing things. You're not asking questions. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this was, let's say, fruitful for you. People watching this video. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer all of them. I'm gonna ask, I don't ask for money, I don't ask for nothing, I don't need none of that. But what I need is for you to subscribe to my channel. What I need is for you to share. What I need for you is to like the video or don't like it. That's fine too. And comment. I want to know what you have in mind. I want to know what your questions are, or if you didn't understand something that I said, or whatever it is. I'm interested on it. I'm gonna leave it there right now. I'm gonna keep working in Super Blue. You can visit my project channel. Let's say it's called the Governor's Garage. We are resorting on 1946 DeSoto. That if you are into cars, most definitely you're gonna enjoy it. We are resorting on 1956 Buick, and we're doing certain things to this one too. It's a 1983 beautiful Chevrolet Suburban. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your comment, your like, and your subscription. Have a very good one, and see you next time. Bye-bye.